Good things take time. Great things take even longer. The Cade Cunningham era in Detroit has had its ups and downs, and most people thought greatness would come faster or easier for him. But the reality is, it takes the time it takes, and these first 4 years have been building. Building to this 2025-2026 season when Cade takes over the Eastern Conference. If they don't know it yet, they will soon, because the NBA has a huge Cade Cunningham problem. Coming out of Oklahoma State, Cade was a can't-miss prospect.
Now Myers switched out on Cunningham. Cunningham should take him. Or just send him away.
Two teams, and he's pretty much on pace for that again. Another turnover, and the girl gets to Walker. Up top for Cunningham!
He was the consensus #1 pick all season long. Other names gained some traction near the draft because of how good they were, but nothing was ever really against Cade. And with that hype came a ton of pressure to be great immediately. I'll admit it, I wasn't as sold as others. I saw the tools, the size, the playmaking, but part of me felt it was more about people wanting to find the next Luka than about Cade himself. We saw the same thing in the 2010s after Dirk Nowitzki and Pau Gasol, everyone hunting for the next great European big. But here's the truth. I'll admit it, I was wrong. I never thought Cade would be this good, let alone this soon. Heading into year 5, I didn't think we'd be talking about him as a legit MVP candidate and a threat for first team All-NBA. Year 1 was solid, but unspectacular. 17, 5, and 5, which isn't bad at all for a rookie, but the shooting was rough. Low efficiency, just 2 free throw attempts per game, and to me, he looked like a guy who was physically ahead of kids his whole life, but now had to adjust against grown men. Basic numbers were there, but I still had my doubts. Year 2 was a disaster. Game 12, broken shin, season over. Small sample, but the numbers were basically the same as year 1, 19, 6, and 6, on much worse shooting splits. The skeptics, myself included, doubled down. Year 3, okay, now we're starting to cook. 22, 4, and 8 with efficiency and shooting ticking up across the board. The big jump was his 3-point shooting from 28% to 36%. Suddenly, the believers had ammo. They were saying, this is the Cade that we saw at Oklahoma State. Us skeptics, well, we were still holding on, but we were wavering after a really impressive year 3, but then year 4.
Oh my God.
Cade pretty much told all us skeptics to shove it where the sun doesn't shine. 26, 6, and 9 with career highs at all 3 shooting levels and his best efficiency to date. This is it. This was him hitting all the check marks to be the guy. The guy people thought he was in the 2021 draft. The guy some of us didn't think he could ever be. Cade had a career year leading the Pistons back to the playoffs and a number 6 seed in the East. And for me, this is where I started to believe in the dude that he could be. Because in the playoffs, he didn't shrink. He stood toe-to-toe with Jalen Brunson, the most clutch player in the league, and he punched back. Game 2, down 0-1 in New York, they just blew an 8-point fourth quarter lead in Game 1. The Knicks can end this series with a big knockout blow. Cade plays 42 minutes, scores 33 points, grabs 12 boards, and dishes out 3 assists, while having the best shooting game of the series. Steals Game 2, on the road, in the Mecca. Dudes do that. Game 5, back in the Garden, down 3-1. Cade went 24, 8, and 8 while leading the Pistons to a hard-fought 3-point win to force a Game 6. Then, Game 6, back in the Motor City, Cade went 23, 7, and 8, battling Brunson the whole way, but also 0 from 8 from the 3-point line. And with 21 seconds left, he misses the chance to take full control.
Stretch. 11-second difference, shot clock to game clock.
This high screen roll action has worked for Detroit.
Cunningham takes it in, missed it with the left hand, rebounded by Hart.
This miss is going to haunt him. I bet it has fueled him this whole offseason because it led to this.
Thompson digging in defensively, 8 seconds. Brunson stops on a dime, launches. Oh yeah! Jalen Brunson buries it!
The Pistons lose the game and the series. Cade shot the worst of his career, 42% from the field and 18% from 3. He missed that lefty layup with 21 seconds left and was 0-8 in threes in an elimination game at home. If I was a betting man, I would put damn near everything I own on that not happening ever again. Because here's the thing. Every superstar, every superhero needs that moment. Black Panther needed Killmonger to beat his ass for the crown.
Him? He's supposed to protect you.
No!
Jordan needed the Pistons and their Jordan rules.
Jordan rules, the Pistons' defensive tactics designed to contain their namesake, are enforced whenever Michael is on the floor.
Bruce Wayne needed Bane to break him in the darkness.
Ah, yes. I was wondering what would break first. Your spirit? Oh, your money!
And Kobe needed the 4 air balls versus the Jazz in the 97 playoffs.
Court, Jazz with him. Stockton all over him. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Here's a three-pointer air ball again by Kobe Bryant. Another air ball. 4 seconds left. It's Stockton. It's over.
Cade needed the Knicks. He needed the heartbreak. The missed layup, the 0 for 8 from 3, because now he's not just motivated, he's dangerous. Now, I'm not a believer in moral victories, but I am a believer in learning from your losses. This series versus the hated Knicks was good for the Pistons, and it was necessary for Cade Cunningham's growth. He carried them to the playoffs, battled hard, and came up short. And now he's entering year 5 with momentum, confidence, and scars that will only make him stronger. The 25-26 season is set up to be his career year, built on top of his previous career year. I've gone from skeptic to full-on believer. Cade Cunningham is a problem, whether the rest of the NBA is ready or not. To see what other up-and-coming teams in the East have done this offseason, check out my video on the Atlanta Hawks and how their offseason has pushed them into the Eastern Conference contenders category. Now, if you like this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. We bring the best NBA content to you, and this helps push it out to other NBA fans just like you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.